This is the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast, and I'm your host, Trudy Simmons from the Daisy Chain Group, providing platforms and opportunities for businesswomen to be seen and heard. This platform is for the women entrepreneurs that want to hear the real stories of what it takes to be yourself and run a business with all the different hats that you might have to wear. Come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration and monthly masterclasses for you to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. These are the platforms to hear and share the stories of the tenacious, the rebellious, and the resilient women that are working towards the future that they build for themselves and their families. Hello and welcome to the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast. I'm your host, Trudy Simmons, and today I am privileged to introduce you to Peace Mitchell from the Women's Business School. Peace, it is such a pleasure to meet you and to have read your chapter and have you on the podcast. Please tell us about your business.
Oh, hi. Thank you so much for having me. It's wonderful to be here. So I do a number of things, but at the heart of everything I do, it's about supporting women to be their best selves and create successful and sustainable and profitable businesses. So we run the Women's Business School, which is an accelerator program for women and just provides that support, one-on-one mentoring, group coaching, and all of the things that they need to create a really successful business.
Amazing. Now, in reading your chapter, and I love that you went back to the hurricane, I think it was a hurricane that happened in Australia. There was a moment that you found your calling. What happened and what words changed you?
Yeah, so it was Cyclone Larry back many years ago now, but we were asked to host a morning tea, and Quentin Bryce, the governor of Queensland at the time, visited the town, and she's a very special person and so inspiring, incredible woman. And I was talking to her at that morning tea, and I said, everything is a mess. Everything's broken. What do we do? How do we fix this? And she looked me in the eyes and she said, look after the women, because if women aren't well, everything falls apart. But when women are happy and healthy and supported, they're able to look after everyone else around them. And that's where it all began for me. It was that light bulb moment where I realized that if I wanted to solve problems in the world, if I wanted to create change in my local community, if I wanted to create a brighter future for children, all I had to do was start with looking after the women. Yeah. And then everything else would be taken care of.
And just for anyone that isn't Australian, just to say again that Quentin Bryce is a woman for a start, and yes, she has a presence that even on a screen watching her, you want to hang on her every word. She is an incredible, empowering and powerful woman. To hear that from must have changed everything.
Yeah, she's amazing. She went on to be the Governor of Australia, Governor General of Australia, which is the Queen's representative to Australia for all of you listening in the UK. So she's a very, very highly regarded woman. And
she spoke to you. Amazing. Why do you think that women can change the world?
I believe that women bring a really unique perspective to the problems that the world's facing. And they see things differently to men. They do. I mean, thousands of years of nurturing and caring for children and families does bring you a different view on the world and how to do things. And so I believe women have genius ideas and creative problem-solving abilities that if we were able to give them more opportunities to solve these problems and the capital and funding that men have access to, then we would see huge change in the world. And it's not about pushing the men aside. It's about walking along beside men and creating solutions together. Yeah. That's the vision that I have for a brighter future. And that's the future I want for my children.
I think what's brilliant as well is that your chapter is called Can You Change the World? And somebody said to you, Peace, you can't change the world, in one of those throwaway comments, and it just changed everything for you in you can't tell me what to do. I can change the world. And you have spread that feeling amongst the women that you have trained in the business school and with Osmondpreneurs, which we'll come on to. But it's that thing when people say something and you don't realize the impact of words, but that absolutely fired you up.
Yeah, it certainly did. It was so unexpected. I thought that everybody thought that they could change the world, and everyone was, on this same journey where they were out to make a difference in some way and help others. But it turns out, no, that's not the case. And when I was told, you can't change the world, I just realized that I can and I will, and I'm going to work out how to do that. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I'm going to work it out.
Watch me.
And yeah, it has certainly been a journey, and journey that I have loved every minute of.
Tell us about Osmondpreneurs and what it's done and achieved, because I remember it right from the beginning, being in Australia when you launched it all, and the awards have just happened this year. But what has it done and what's it achieved?
Wow. Well, we first ran the Osmondpreneur Awards back in 2010. So it's been around a long time now. And over that time, the mumpreneur industry has really grown. So in those early days, it was quite a small community, and there just wasn't support for women who were wanting to start businesses from home. And, women would go along to the business networking groups and things like that. And the other women there would kind of look down their nose at them and kind of, oh, you'll work from home. Oh, okay. And think that it wasn't really a proper business. And so women mumpreneurs have kind of been underestimated for a long time. And we are all about changing the stereotype around mums running businesses and women running businesses from home, and showing and showcasing the incredible examples of women who are running multi-million-dollar businesses and are building global empires and who are doing big things in the world and still running it from home and running it while they're raising their children as well. We just really want to show that you shouldn't underestimate these women. They're incredible, incredible people. They're boosting the economy globally, and they're providing employment opportunities and workplace flexibility for other women and doing incredible things. And so I believe these women need to be recognized and celebrated. And they do need to have a space where they can come together and talk about the challenges they face, because everyone in business faces challenges, but when you're running a business and you're also raising young children, it's extra challenging, and only other mums kind of get it. It's a different kind of a thing that not everyone understands
or wants to. And the fact that you've created this safe space for them to be able to say, things are hard because of this with my child, not this, things are hard because of this in my business. We're all encompassing. That's the thing, isn't it? And it's amazing. What if there was one lesson that you've learned that you'd want every entrepreneur to know, what would it be?
I think the most important thing that anyone needs to know is to really have a strong purpose. You need to know what your why is, because if you've got that purpose attached to your business, when times get tough, as they inevitably will, that purpose will keep you going. It'll be the thing that'll get you up the next day and go, okay, we'll try this one more time. Let's do this differently now, but let's stay focused on what we're doing. Because I think if you go into business just to make money, then when the hard times come along, you'll be like, no, this isn't worth it. I just want to quit. Whereas if you've got that purpose that's steering you, that big picture vision that you're working towards, that's the thing that'll keep you going. So that's my number one piece of advice.
Absolutely gives you the drive to want to keep going and to think, okay, well, that hasn't worked, but something else will, because I have this to come back on. This is the reason that I want to be in business. Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
What is your favorite piece of business software?
So my favorite piece of software is Audible. It's an app that I listen to all the time, and I've been using it for a number of years now, and you get a new credit every single month. And so I've got a full library of different business books, memoirs, self-help books, all kinds of different resources. So as a professional development tool, it's incredible. You know, it's something like $14 a month,
Mm.
but as an investment in your own learning and education and personal development, I just think you can't go past it, and everybody should have Audible and be listening to business books.
Yeah, I have it and I use it exactly the way that you're saying it, but I hadn't thought about it from a business sense of this is actually how I learn. So it's a brilliant piece of software. And great to mention it as well to people about personal development. This is a tool to be able to get all that you need from different authors, as we are authors.
Yes.
This has been an absolute pleasure, and thank you so much for telling your story in the book and for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to see the book.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please like the video and click the subscribe button for this channel for more inspiration. If you're a businesswoman looking for that community that will support you and lift you up, come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration, and monthly masterclasses to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. And for even more inspiration, please go to the link under the video and get your copy of the Shine On You Crazy Daisy series of books with inspirational and motivating stories from businesswomen around the world.